to sing along and have a normal service for the first time in a while. So yeah, let's take the next few moments just to greet those around us, maybe people we haven't seen for a while, and yeah, just say hello. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. I can see that there are many good conversations going on, and please feel free to continue those later. But for now, I'd like to invite Auntie Naomi to come up to give us an opening prayer. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It is so nice to see you all. Do you know, I just want to say the last year and a half has been, how can I put it, very lonely. And I think all of you felt like that, because when we see each other smile and we see each other happy, that's how we feel as well, right? And a telephone or a Zoom call doesn't do that job at all. I'm so happy to be back here. Good morning, precious and most lovely Heavenly Father. We're so happy to be back in Lancaster Gate with no restrictions. Of course, we promise to be responsible, but, you know, we love each other. Heavenly Father, please be with us. Please share in our joy and happiness at being together again. And please heal the hearts of those that have suffered a lot during this pandemic. Please be here with true parents and Jesus and the angelic host as we celebrate. Thank you very much. This I report and pray in my name, Naomi Sato, blessed central family, by you.
All right, so now we'll have our announcements. So for the next 2 weeks, we will continue to have local services, so we won't have a national service for the next 2 weeks. We might be in LG, we might be joining another community, that is to be decided. We also have the annual memorial service taking place on the 14th of August at Stanton Fitzwarren. And yeah, the Songwa Ministry would like to invite you to our yearly memorial service celebrating the lives of our dear brothers and sisters who ascended to the spiritual world. There will be a picnic, lunch, and plenty of time for sharing and visiting our loved ones. So yeah, please attend if you can. Also, the Hyojong Chombo Great Works, the dates for that event have changed, so it will be taking place on the 21st to the 22nd of August. And in accordance with True Parents' special directives, all blessed family members are strongly encouraged to participate in this year's 4 annual special Great Works. The events will be broadcast live online, and members around the world will be able to participate from their homes or as a community. So speaking of community, we'll have a chance to meet up with our national community, and the annual gathering will be taking place on the 28th of August from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And yeah, this is obviously a great opportunity for us to meet up with the national community and to catch up with them and to worship with them. So please attend if you can, and tickets are now available. It will be taking place at Cleave House as usual. Also, the ESGD summer workshops have an update. The dates for those have changed, so if you're planning to attend, please take notice that the senior harp workshop will take place between the 11th to the 18th of August, and the ODP Plus workshop will be taking place from the 20th to the 29th. So yeah, those have been shortened by 1 and 2 days respectively. Also, for the upcoming holy days, we have Chil Il Joel, Declaration of God's Eternal Blessing, taking place on the 8th of August, and on the 14th of August will be the 25th Chil Pal Joel, Declaration of the Cosmic Sabbath for the parents of heaven and earth. So I'm sure you're aware of that, but if you weren't, just a little reminder, and if you have the calendar, I'm sure you'll see it on there as well. Also, we have the Young Adults Retreat, which is still going ahead, taking place on the 3rd of September to the 8th of September, and this is for those who are 18 and above, and the retreat aims to provide a space for relaxation, reflection, and enjoyment at a peaceful countryside venue. The schedule will be laid back with internal content from a range of people, organized activities such as hikes and sports, and lots of free time, encouraging opportunities to connect and build relationships. So yeah, that sounds great. I'm speaking to friends now about potentially attending, so I might see you there, and I'd like to encourage those of you who are in that age range to attend if you can. Also, we'll have the Blessing Festival on the 5th of September, and as part of this preparation for the Grand Chombo Festival, we are planning to hold the Heavenly Parents Holy Community Third Peace Festival this September that will also include a blessing ceremony for married couples. And lastly, we have a recommendation for Call to Pioneer, which is a book by Robert Williamson. So if you listened to the national service recently, you would have heard this book referred to, and maybe you want to buy it. So yeah, this book is available through Amazon, and a little description, or I guess it's blurb, is an encounter on Princes Street, Edinburgh in 1972 profoundly changed the course of Robert Williamson's life. The student of hotel management struck out on a path of discipleship as a missionary in the then little-known Unification Church. So yeah, if that interests you, then please order that book through Amazon, and if you need any help with that, I'm sure we'll be able to provide a link on the community WhatsApp group chat. All right, so that's almost it for the announcements, but I'd like to invite Auntie Anne to give us another announcement. And after that, we'll go straight into the EUME video, if it's possible.
Good morning, everyone. Before the announcement, if I can just add something to what Arian said about the memorial service. Everyone is welcome to attend, come and join it, but food will not be provided, so we need to bring our own picnic lunch with us for that. And so the announcement is last Saturday, Women's Federation, Central London, together with South London, we held a branch-level young women's speech contest. And it was very, very nice and very successful. And I'm very happy to say that one of the contestants was somebody that you all know very well. And that is Cindy van der Stok. Please give her a big hand. And Cindy came in second place. So we want to say a big congratulations to her. And yeah. Thank you, Cindy, for representing us in that contest. And I know you received the second prize, but from Auntie Helena, Inshil, and myself, we would like to give you another small recognition. So, this is for you. So, yeah, well done, Cindy, and congratulations. Thank you.
Many greetings to all of you in Europe and the Middle East.
And welcome to our weekly video news. My name is Sergio Coscia,
And I'm Lena.
and together we are pastors for our community in Torino, in northern Italy.
Summer is a perfect period for workshops, and many nations are taking this opportunity. We have some news from Spain.
On July the 2nd, WFWP Spain organized an online event about entrepreneur women from Puerto Rico and Spain with the cooperation of UPF Aragon. 4 speakers, 2 from each country, shared their experiences of establishing a business, its development, and current situation. This month of July, the Workshop Center in Madrid, El Manantial del Corazón, held 2 workshops. The first one from July the 9th to the 13th, with a total of 19 participants from ages 6 to 12 years old, received lectures on the divine principle and the Bible, and could build trustful relationships through games and team activities. And the second one from July 15th to the 25th, a harp workshop with 21 participants from ages 12 to 20, with the motto "Aiming to Hollywood started at your theater," which conveys the message that to realize or change anything we must first start from ourselves. Sadly, the workshop had to prematurely end on the 7th day because a COVID case was detected after performing a rapid antigen test on some of the participants. Fortunately, all of them are well and we didn't have any major complications. And we are also very grateful for the time we could have together. We're definitely looking for the next workshop.
In Italy, a pre-harp workshop was organized in Colle Mattia, Rome, for kids between 8 and 15 years old. For the first time, we had third-generation participants, marking the beginning of a new era. The workshop motto was "The road to happiness. Be a sprout today in order to become a flower tomorrow." Each day was centered on a specific topic: happiness, courage, purity, prayer, and creativity, and all topics were developed through lectures, games, and activities. On July the 18th, in our Maltese headquarters, a former Jesuit priest, Pier Giorgio Budajec, was invited to speak at our Sunday service. He has worked for many years in India with Mother Teresa and was involved in pastoral care in North Africa. He is one of our ambassadors for peace. It was a very good, inspirational meeting for our holy community. Last Tuesday, the Ambassador for Peace, Avelina Ferraz, who published the memoir Mother of Peace in Portugal, invited the Women's Federation and Family Federation representatives at the presentation of the new book by the President of the Republic of Cape Verde in Lisbon. His Excellency Jorge Carlos Fonseca, President of the Republic of Cabo Verde, received both the Mother of Peace memoir and Father Moon's autobiography at the Lisbon Cultural Center. UPF Portugal held a meeting with ambassadors for peace on Saturday the 24th of July. The topic discussed was interdependence and living for the sake of others. All participants shared their reflections. The meeting ended with the invitation to participate in the second series of the ILC from the 27th to the 29th of July. Honoring True Father Songwa, one family in Spain is visiting several churches, giving a magazine about the centenary and other educational material. It's one way to convey God's words to his children. In Greece, many shops are receiving bookmarks with True Father's quotes about unity and peace. the monthly appointment dedicated to interreligious dialogue, promoted by the Heavenly Parents Holy Community, the Family Federation, Carp Italy and the Interreligious Group of Padua, took place on Sunday the 25th of July. It was on the topic, the relationship between God and humankind. The various speeches were very profound and inspiring, and were accompanied by short musical breaks. All speakers emphasized the importance of living our relationship with God with a filial heart, always trusting in His love for us.
Greetings from Italy. I'll share with you my personal experience of 5 full days in south of Italy. Italy is crossed by the 38 parallel, both in Calabria and Sicily regions. I decided to go there. My desire was to connect that place to Korea, and the Peace Road was exactly the right way to start with. Last year, on January 27, I met Professor Miriam Jaskierowicz-Herman, a Jewish Orthodox artist. During my stay in Reggio Calabria, she connected UPF to the local institutions. I was heard at the Commission of Peace, International Relations and Human Rights, a special institutional meeting with the mayor. I was interviewed by 3 TV presenting our providential organizations. Everything was made with the purpose to activate different projects there, starting with the Peace Road. Then I met the president of the association, Interreligious Dialogue, God is One. 12 different faiths are part of this group. She told me that she has the book of the Divine Principle at home. Absolutely not planned the meeting with the former Prime Minister Enrico Letta, actually National Secretary of the Democratic Party, who participated at the Summit 2020 in Seoul. Thank you for your attention. Have a wonderful week.
Hello, everybody. We've just started Peace Road UK 2021. We have our intrepid walkers here, and many of us are going to walk right across the country, as you can see from the sign before, 84 miles, about 150 kilometers. We're walking along the path of Hadrian's Wall, 1900 years old next year. And we're thinking about how nations that were divided can be brought together to be one again. And of course, our thoughts and hearts are in Korea at this time. Thank you, everybody. See you in Newcastle.
Thank you so much for watching our weekly news.
We wish you abundant grace and blessings from our Heavenly Parent and our beloved true parents. A big hug from Torino. Have a great week.
All right, thank you, Papa, for holding the laptop so we could all see what was going on. And yeah, now I'd like to welcome up the band to lead us in worship. And as Simi mentioned earlier, please feel free to join in and to sing along.
So the next song is March of the New Age. If you're like me and you don't recognize the title with this song, it's the da-na-na-na, that one.
Okay, let's when the whole world, heaven and earth, God's will for all shall be fulfilled. Teach to all men God's divine word, source of the Father's highest truth. Wake the mighty land that remains asleep. Loudly ring the bell and proclaim to all, fighting on till the day Satan falls in defeat. I'll take the task on my When the whole world, heaven and earth, God's will for all shall be fulfilled. Teach to all men God's divine word, source of the Father's deepest light. Tell the universe in the black of night, shout it with a strong voice, awakening all, fighting on till the day Satan falls in defeat. I'll fight the battle by myself, take the cross and follow as Jesus did, dying on the mountain at Calvary. When the whole world, heaven and earth, God's will for all shall be fulfilled. Teach to all men God's divine word, source of the Father's greatest love. Tell the people trapped in a world of fear, raising up the flag, we will free them all. Fighting on till the day Satan falls in defeat. I'll persevere now by myself. Let our Father rest from his lonely toil. History awaits us to do his will.
Thank you, everyone. Our next song before the sermon will be Father.
Father, you went through the night sun,
Thank you, band. And before we invite up Uncle Malumba to give this sermon, I'd just like to invite my mum to come up and do the reading.
So the reading is from the Bible, from the book of Luke, chapter 19, verses 1 to 10. Just have a problem to see, but I read it at home, so I should be okay. Then Jesus entered and passed through Jericho. Now behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, who was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. And he sought to see who Jesus was, but could not because of the crowd, and he was of a short stature. So he ran ahead and climbed up a sycamore tree to see him, for he was can't see. Yeah, Jesus passed that way. Yeah.
And from until
Yes, at 10.
10?
Verse 10.
Okay. No worries. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him, and said to him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must stay at your house. So he made haste and came down, and received him joyfully. But when they saw it, they all complained, saying, he has gone to be a guest with a man who is a sinner. Then Zacchaeus stood and said to the Lord, Look, Lord, I give half of my goods to the poor, and if I have taken anything from anyone by false accusation, I restore fourfold. And Jesus said to him, Today salvation has come to this house, because he also is the son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost.
All right. Thank you, Mum, for starting the reading, and thank you, Uncle Taysan, for helping her to finish it. And so now, without any further delay, I'd like to welcome up Uncle Malumba to give the sermon, which is titled The Physical Eyes and the Eyes of the Heart. So please, everyone, give him a warm welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's as Auntie Naomi was saying, so joyful to see everyone. And last time we were in a meeting at the place of work, another lady said the same thing. She said after the confinement, she was just happy to go in the street and see people, just to see people around. She was very, very happy. But before we start, may I just want to pray with you? Heavenly Father, not only safe to stand here, but please use me as your mouth today. thank you so much for allowing all the brothers and sisters to meet together. Father, it's so joyful. Allow that the word which come out of my mouth can express your will. I pray this with gratitude in my name. I want to tell some more family, sisters, family, Archer. So my sermon today is the eyes of the head, which is physical eyes, and the eyes of heart. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to take it anyway. Yeah, you know, when we look around, when we see things, we can look at one thing and see it differently. Last time in my home, I put some sponge around the machine, washing machine, to prevent the machine moving around when it's spinning. Then when my son came and see, he said, "Oh, Daddy, what a great piece of engineering. When did you put this? Huh? Wow, very good soundproof." I didn't think like that, actually. I didn't see it that way. For me, it was to prevent the machine moving. But for my son, it was really great piece of engineering. I take credit of it, of course. Yeah, and when I was young in Catholic Church, we used to look to learn what they call the mystical of trees, of many different things. We learned once what they call the mystical of banana trees, banana trees. And if you see a banana trees, they are quite soft. And they always stick together, they grow up together. You've seen banana trees? Some of you here didn't see them. Yeah. And they always grow up together and they stick together. They're soft. And but there is a big lesson, a mystical aspect on those banana trees. One of the aspects of it is a banana tree is symbol of the strength of unity. It symbolizes the force of unity. A banana tree is soft. If you go with a machete and strike the banana trees, once struck enough to cut it. But what happened, most of the time the banana tree didn't fall and then it leaned on the others. And it leaned on the others and still there and start to grow and regrow and gain the strength and gain life. That's the important aspect of banana trees. So to tell you that when you see something, we can see it differently. When you talk about banana trees, nobody can even think about that. We see it externally, we just see a bunch of trees, soft trees in fact. But when you look the deep inside of it, you can see that aspect, that mystical aspect. So I use that illustration to explain what mean the physical eyes and the spiritual eyes. Physical eyes, it means when you look at somebody, we can only just see the external appearance of the person, how he looks, who he is, how tall, how short, how big, whatever, which color, which race he is. And sometimes you may even see the external, it's not even to judge the external persons. Oh, he's so strong, he's so arrogant, he's so this, he's so that, and that, and that. But the spiritual eyes is the internal eyes. When you look, somebody, you don't look for whom the person look like, but you see deep down how the persons. A while ago, when I was in my country, we had this American missionary, Gregory Novalis. He went once to attend the ICUS conference in the States. And then when he was there, he stayed in a very posh, beautiful hotel, 5-star hotel, of course. But he told us that when I was there, my heart was in my room because that time he was sharing a room in the center. He had the two children that time, a girl and a boys. And the girl used to wee at night, and then there was a smell of wee in the house, in the room. But Gregory, when he come back, he say, you know, when I was there in that beautiful 5-star hotel, my heart was in my room. Of course, it smells, whatever. It's small, but there's the heart of my family. For him, the room to him was like a palace. He was seeing it as a palace. But he was seeing that room with the heart of, the eye of heart. For him, the room was, it was like a small palace. You know, all of us who are parents, we always look at our children differently. When you look at your child, you can just see the beauty of the child. You see that, especially if somebody praise your child, it makes you feel different. I remember when my children were small, when you used to go in the train with the children, that's the time you see people admiring the children, which was very, very good. Any parent have experienced that. When you're with the small children in the train, people look at them, oh, so nice, so this, so that. And you feel very, very, very good. You feel happy. And you feel the opposite, of course, if somebody come and criticize your child. You say, look at this child, he's so naughty. What will you feel? As a parent, what are you going to feel? Definitely, you won't be impressed with that person at all. But when you say, oh, so cute, oh, so nice. Oh, yeah. You feel nice. I was going one time with another sister, and then with his son, and we were walking together, and the son was speaking to his friend who's from America, and the sister was just admiring his son, telling me, can you see? He can speak in American English. Wow, look, the jacket he's wearing. I mean, all the conversation was just admiring about my son. Oh, he's this, he's doing that, he's that. And then it was very, very, very interesting. My job, the job which I do, I teach. And in my company, we do different kind of provisions. We do academic provisions, we teach, like in school and everything. But we also do some teaching with, we specialize in other type of teaching, like you can teach children with behavior problems, and also some learning difficulties. We do that sometimes. And this year I was assigned with another child who had learning difficulties, problems, and he was the only child in the family. But I felt God sent me to that child. He's a big boy, of course, but I have to teach him. And it was not that easy because I have to design different, you know, okay, when you go in academic situation, everything is structured for you. You have the key stage 1, key stage 2, key stage 3, 4, and 5. And you know, if you need material for this person, you can, if you're teaching math, you can go to the book of math. Key stage 3, you start to teach, and the section is there for you. But when it comes to that type of children, we don't have that kind of resources. So every time you have to create, you have to try to create your own way and the method and the resources. You have to dose the level of the child. So I've been doing that. I try to help the child with maths, English, and life skills and whatever. And then I added up also some certain things like I try to teach. I don't know how to play piano, of course, but I learned few notes in the keyboard, like happy birthday to you, oh Lord my God, all these things. So I started to the boy was very, very inspiring. He was learning all these things. But I tell you, went very well with the parents. They really loved it. And then, not only the parent, even other members of the family, the grandparents, they all appreciate that, actually. And last time, the mom made a beautiful cake for me, and he brought it to express their appreciation and heart behind that. Because at the end of the academic year, I managed, of course not with my strength, I think God also helped to raise the child to the standard of functional skills. So the boy was able, could even do like adding 2 or 3 digits with regrouping, or all these kind of things. He was doing that, actually. And then that was quite impressive. At the end, in fact, the child was offered a place at the college. The children, the parents, they really, really insisted if I could stay with and continue with the child to the next level. So it's just to tell you how it's important to touch. When you touch a child like that, you touch straight away the hearts of the heart of parents. So it's a secret. If you want to win somebody's heart, what you have to do, just embrace, deal, love his children. You will really impress that person. You know, each of us, we are all God's children. We are all created by God's image. Maybe you don't realize how important is the image. You see, like a few years back, Toyota company recalled all the Toyota, I don't know, Prius, or one of the Toyota, they recall it back because it had some fault on it. They recall it everywhere around the world. Why? Because it has fault and they want to repair it. And why they have to spend so billions of money just to repair that fault? Do you know why? The reputation, the image is very, very important because you can't buy image. So Toyota wanted rather spend billions of dollars to repair that mistakes, to maintain and preserve the reputation, preserve the image, than keeping the money. So each of us, wherever you are, whoever you are, we are all child of God. When God put the stamp, you know, when they finish creating a product, what the company does, they stamp. And they provide a manual to tell you, okay, we can guarantee that this product is going to do like this, like that, like that. We've tested it, conform. So if you have any problems, if there's a fault, what you have to do, send it back. We will repair it to our expenses. You understand? Why they do like that? Because they know when they certify that this is very good, they're very, it's the same. When God created each of us to his image, the Bible says, at the end, it's stamped. Because if you read in the Bible says, after God created, you see that it was good. It was good. That means God certified that each of us here was a finished product and very important at God's image, and send it. That means, regardless of what you do, of who you are, you have to know one thing which is very important. You are a child of God. So, if you want to touch God's heart, what you have to do? Same as I did with that student of mine. If you want to touch God's heart, touch your children, love people, embrace people, help people, save life of people. If you do so, you go straight away to the God's heart. The fallen, in the principle, we learn that after the fall, unfortunately, our image was tarnished. And it became mixed up with the fallen nature. And the four aspects of fallen nature, we know it. The first aspect of fallen nature is not loving others as God loves. Because of the fall, when the archangel went to approach Eve, he was jealous of Eve. He didn't see Eve and Adam with the same God view. He seduced them and deviated them. As a result, that's why we are today, because of that. The result of the first aspect of that fallen aspect is like selfishness, for instance, the jealousy, the loss of identity. Today we can't value ourselves. We can't realize it. That's the first aspect of the fallen nature. The jealousy, we don't like the success of other person. That's the aspect of fallen nature. And because of that kind of fallen nature, today what happened is, when you look around, you see somebody, we always have tendency to see the nature of that person. Wow, this person is like this. That we see the person, we see the situation with the eyes of the head, eye of heart. And that time you don't look from it internally. There is a Joyce Meyer, many of you know her, and she's a very famous evangelist. One time she was preaching, she gave an example. She said, she doesn't like, one day she was with her friend who was also a minister. They came across this woman who was had this hair, pink hair, blue hair, and strange, whatever. And Joyce Meyer didn't want to stand. He doesn't like this kind of person. But when they were there, his friend went around and approached the woman and said, "Wow, I like that hair." And Joyce Meyer, of course, inside he was saying, "Oh no, you are not. You don't." And the woman said, "Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, I like special." Everything the woman was saying, Joyce Meyer was saying, "I don't think so. That's not true." She was reacting. Inside, of course, she was reacting so strongly. But she was so impressed to see that woman open up. She was so happy. She smiled, and they started to talk with the friend. And at the end, what happened is that friend of Joyce Meyer led the woman to believe to Christ. You understand? To Christ. He led and prayed for her, and the woman accepted Jesus. He started to come. Joyce Meyer was so repentant at the end. She said, "Oh my God, yeah, she felt so bad." She said, "I was just judging the woman. I was judging the woman, but actually I didn't see the value of this woman. In looking at the woman externally, I created already a barrier, a fence. I don't want to go to this. But actually my friend came and led her to believe." That's why you see in today's reading, in the Bible today, Jesus was talking about Zacchaeus. I'm sorry, my pronunciation sometimes can be mixed of French and everything. So, when Jesus went to visit the city, there was this Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was actually a tax collector. And those kind of things, in Palestine, a tax collector didn't have good reputation because he's a Jew, but working for the Romans. And people didn't like him. He was considered like a traitor, a dodgy, that kind of person you don't want to involve with. But when Jesus arrived there, because Zacchaeus was a very short person, he could not see the crowd, and he could not see Jesus because of the crowd. So what he did, he went on the trees, and then stood there and tried to see. He was trying to have a close view and to see who Jesus was. And Jesus turned to him and said, "Come down. Today I'm going to sleep in your home." The disciples, they were so shocked. What? This kind of man? A sinner? How can Jesus cannot notice? He cannot, But Jesus knew. He catch the vibe. He could understand the feeling of the people. He told them, I didn't come for those who are saved. I came for those who are sick. I came for those who are really sick. So that was a big lesson. There are another stories, folklore story, of course, which talk about in this village, there was this child. The dad told him not to go out, and then he didn't listen, he disobeyed. And when he went out, and there was this big snake came and then linked him. So, of course, the snake didn't kill him, but it was around. And now when the dad and mom come, they panic. He was so angry because the child didn't listen to them. So in that kind of situation, what do you think the parent could do? Blame the child and scold the child why he didn't listen? What do you think they did? No, the first thing was try first to free the child from the snake. Try to get the snake away. Then after, you can scold the child. But if you go there, you want to kill the snake, what will happen? Or you start to blame the child, or punish the child. Yeah, that's the same situation. So if in our life we shift also our view of others, we look at others with parental view, parental heart, the high of, we can see that difference. Instead of judging someone, you can look at that person as a child of God. You can help the person, try to free the person, try to help the persons. I tell you, especially this period of lockdown, you don't know what people went through. People went through a lot. In fact, in education, in the training we do, we're told that right now there's a potential for the child, 1 in 4 young people may develop even mental problems. This is how serious it is. So people went through a lot. So what do you have to do? From now, we have to shift our view. Try to shift our view, the way we see other people, even the way we see ourselves. Yeah? We have, I don't like standing here to give sermon, to be honest. I like when I'm walking in front line, then I can be inspired to give sermons. But recently, I was not that kind of thing. But when I receive a phone call from Mitty, it means one thing. When just Mitty called, "Hi, you brother," I know already what she's up to. Yeah? When I receive phone calls, I say, "Oh my God, not again." But I know one thing, God always, I know how God works in my life. Whatever situation, God is always there. When I see like that, no matter what situation, I know God is pointing out at me. Sometimes God wants to pull me out, or He wants to push me around. So I understood. So I just, okay. And then, try to do. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to know this. Think about it. It's so good to make somebody happy. Like the experience of those parents, it was incredible, touching the heart of their child. It was something good. I feel myself a sense of achievement. But it's something, if you serve, you touch the heart of one person, remember you're touching the heart of God. Eh? That's why Jesus was saying, you will come one time and say, Lord, 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 I will tell you, go away. I come to you, I wanted food, you didn't give to me. I needed help, you didn't help me. And you wonder, when did I saw you? But actually, each person represent God. And then each person is a child of God. And then we have to change and shift our way of seeing others and the way we see ourselves. Thank you so much. That was my message today.
Thank you, Uncle Malumba, for that great message. Let's give him another round of applause, please. Yeah, I really like that point about using the eyes of our heart and looking at others, but not only others, but also looking at ourselves with those eyes and realizing that we all have that value as God's children, and the best way to please God is to serve his children and to love his children. So yeah, thank you so much for that message. We're now going to have a few minutes to reflect, so yeah, please just take this time to reflect on this message and see what you can take away from it. Thanks.
Many greetings to all of you in Europe and the Middle East.
And welcome to our weekly video news. My name is Sergio Kosher.
And I'm Lena.
I'd like to invite the rest of the band to come up and lead us in an offering song. And yeah, please use this opportunity to come to the front and make any offering you wish to make. And at the end, I'd like to invite Uncle Taysan to give the offering prayer. Thanks.
much, everyone.
Please join me in prayer. 사랑하는 하늘 부모님, 전지인 참 부모님. Thank you, Father, for letting us gather here at Lancaster Gate. First time in a while without any restrictions. Today we got your message and noticed that in order to please you and brothers and sisters, we, as a representative of Heavenly Parent, we're going to love our brothers and sisters with parental heart, and we're going to see around us with through your eyes. And we know that you have nothing but us, love the people around us and the world without us. So we're going to let people know your love by practicing your love in our daily life, and through our daily activities, hope our people around us can notice your love and have at some point can notice to the parents and can join our movement and connect Heavenly Parents. We deeply appreciate the fact that we can gather here, and we are going to start this month from today, and we're going to have a lot of events this month, and through those events, hopefully we're going to have a nice month and lovely month together with Heavenly Parents, and I hope three parents can enjoy the month together with us as well. 이 모든 말씀 축복 주신 가정 다스미 대사 세조임으로 보고 드리겠습니다. 아주.
Okay, so to conclude today's service, I'd just like to thank everybody who contributed. So thanks to the band, and thanks to the sound team at the back, and thanks to everyone who prayed and who read. And yeah, thanks for attending this week. And I'd also like to say a special thank you to everyone who's provided something for the potluck lunch. I'm very much looking forward to that right now. And yes, I'd like to thank everyone who made the effort to make something and to share that with everyone today. So yeah, thank you guys for attending, and yeah, please go downstairs and enjoy the food. Thank you.